Tuesday, December 5th. I'm your host, Sarah Beal. On today's show, we check in with Senior Services Director Madeline Noonan, and we'll also talk with Consumer Affairs Supervisor Elizabeth Hartsgrove. She's going to tell us all about the Discover Barnstable program, winter session, and plans for summer of 2018. But first, let's get a look at today's top headlines. 4 new officers were sworn into the Barnstable Police Department. Channel 18 cameras were there, and we share the swearing-in ceremony with you now.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Barnstable Police Department. It's been a long road for these 4 new officers. This process started about 18 months ago, and I'm sure they've just about had enough of it, and they're done with the training and they want to get to work. The 4 officers being sworn in today have successfully completed 24 weeks of recruit officer training at the Plymouth Police Academy, as well as 2 weeks of in-house training. The officers will begin 3 months of field training this Sunday with experienced police officer, and then they will be cleared for solo patrol. And we are extremely proud of all 3 of these officers. The first new Patrol Officer Gian Basello. Officer Basello was born in Brazil and immigrated to the United States in 2005, achieving citizenship in 2012. Officer Basello is a member of the Massachusetts Army National Guard and holds the rank of Staff Sergeant. Officer Basello resides in Hyannis with his wife and son. Patrol Officer Dennis Reddy. Officer Reddy is a lifelong resident of Barnstable and a former Barnstable Community Service officer. Officer Reddy was squad leader for the 64th Recruit Officer class at the Academy. Officer Reddy received a Bachelor of Science degree in Criminal Justice from Westfield State University. Officer Reddy resides in Hyannis with his girlfriend. Patrol Officer Caitlin White. Officer White is a lifelong resident of Barnstable. Officer White received the top Physical Fitness Award in the 100% Award for the 64th Recruit Officer class at the Police Academy. Officer White resides in Oslo with her husband and 4 children. Patrol Officer Vanessa Pizzaio. Officer Pizzaio was born in Brazil and immigrated to the United States in 2001, achieving citizenship in 2013. Officer Pizzaio is a member of the Cape Cod Young Professional Organization. Officer Pizzaio resides in Hyannis with her husband.
I say your name.
I, Jean Marcel.
Will solemnly affirm
Solemnly affirm
that I will do my duty
do my duty
as a police officer
as a police officer of
of the Barnstable Police Department,
the Barnstable Police Department,
enforcing the ordinances
enforcing the ordinances
of the town of Barnstable
of the town of Barnstable
and the laws and rules of the Constitution
and the laws and rules of the Constitution
of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
as well as the Constitution of the United States,
as well as the Constitution of the United States of America,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
The authorized strength of the Barnstable Police Department, we have 117 sworn officers here, and we are extremely proud of these 4 new officers in addition. But today is somewhat of a first in the history of the BPD, because today for the first time, Officer Basello and Officer Pizzaio have the distinct honor of being the very first Barnstable police officers who are naturalized citizens, and we are extremely fortunate and grateful for having them here. So at this time, I want to give a round of applause for the 4 new officers.
Congratulations to the new officers. A notice about the transfer station. The transfer station and recycling center will be closed on Wednesday morning, December 6th from 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. for the annual DPW department-wide meeting. The Department of Public Works and the transfer station and recycling center apologizes for any inconvenience this may cause. A new vendor has taken over the Barnstable Municipal Airport Cafe. Cape Cod Coffee of Mashpee is now in the cafe located in the airport terminal. They will offer visitors and travelers pastries, bagels, muffins, grab-and-go salads, grab-and-go sandwiches, as well as their signature coffee. Free parking will be available to the public in designated spaces near the cafe. The cafe hours will be 5:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Town of Barnstable Public Health Division will hold a flu clinic at the Hyannis Youth and Community Center this Thursday, December 7th from 2 to 4 p.m. The clinic is open to town residents only, and the fee is just $3. For more information, you can call the Health Division at 508-862-4644. Last week, Sandy Neck staff observed 5 different snowy owls moving in throughout the park. If you decide to brave the elements and adventure out to catch a glimpse of these majestic creatures in the wild, please keep the following in mind. While hiking out on Sandy Neck, you must stay on the front beach and marked trails only. Going off trail or through the dunes for any other reason than what is written in the rules and regulations is prohibited. Feeding, harassing, or disturbing wildlife of any kind on Sandy Neck is also prohibited. If Snowy Owl can see you or flies away as you approach, you are too close. While a chance to observe a beautiful creature like the snowy owl can be a rewarding and gratifying experience, it is important that we also respect these animals and allow them the space and protection they need in order for a chance to thrive during such a harsh time of the year. Up next, Senior Services Director, Madeline Noonan. Maddie, thank you so much for joining us today. We have so much to talk about. There's a lot coming up in December for the holidays, but before we get there, we want to talk a little bit about the Turkey Trot, which happened the week of Thanksgiving. It's such a wonderful event. So let's talk a little bit about how that went this year and some of the contributions you received from local businesses and things.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just one of the most heartwarming events that we do every year at the Senior Centre. It really has become an annual tradition for the staff and the many volunteers to help us. And basically what we do is, we create a home-cooked Thanksgiving meal here at the Senior Centre. It's a soup to nuts meal. We've got turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, squash, gravy, all put together, cranberry sauce, and a lot of the additions. Cumberland Farms actually donates a loaf of bread so that the recipients can actually make a sandwich the next day with the leftovers. And we have so much community support to make this event happen. Coca-Cola of Cape Cod donated juice to go along with it. Trader Joe's donated beautiful flowers that our volunteers were actually able to make individual little mini bouquets that went along with each meal. And the Central Pie Company donated pumpkin pies, so everyone got a slice of pie. We had potatoes that were donated by Guaranteed Fresh. The containers for the meals were donated by the Hyannis Food Service. There were literally so many partners to make this happen, and we had financial support from the Friends of the Barnstable Council on Aging and the Cape Cod Needy Fund. And then also just really to enhance each meal, which the meal is put together in a brown bag and then delivered by our volunteers out to the 125 homebound seniors in Barnstable. So what was really nice and added some color and cheer in addition to the flowers were we had local Girl Scouts. They made little placemats for every meal that were like had like lovely positive Happy Thanksgiving messages. And then we had cards that were handmade by the preschoolers over at the Academy of Early Learning and the 4-H Club. And all of this came together to make really a very meaningful, special meal that I can't even tell you. Like every year we do this meal, we get so many thank you cards afterwards from the seniors that receive it, and that's, I think, what is most rewarding and gratifying to all of us here is how much it means to them, because we do often take it for granted when we're with our families over the holidays, that there are many seniors in our community that are alone, don't have family to celebrate with, and the fact that we're able to bring this delicious meal and with all the little extras to them, it really does make the holidays special for them, because, the holidays can be very lonely for people that live alone.
That's wonderful, and I know it's a lot of hard work on the end of your staff. I know Claudia Borden and Judy Wren are just, they spearhead this every year, and they just get it done, and they do such a wonderful job. So I don't want to leave them off the list.
Yeah, thank you so much for mentioning that, because you know what, they really are just unbelievable. Like everybody knows their job, and everything goes so smoothly every year because of their direction, and the whole experience every year just gets better and better. It's just extremely rewarding, and we're really grateful to Claudia and Judy for getting this going all those years ago. I believe this is like our 15th year of doing this, and they've been able to sustain this again because of all the partners that we have out in the community to assist us.
That's so wonderful. So kudos to everyone involved, and I'm so glad it went well again this year.
Yeah, thank you.
So we want to touch base on some of the upcoming holiday things you have coming up. I know the Friends are hosting a breakfast, I believe, tomorrow
Yeah.
What can you tell me about this?
Yeah, so every year the Friends of the Barnstable Council on Aging, who do fundraising on behalf of the Senior Centre to help support our programs and services here at the Senior Centre, they have an annual meeting in December. So tomorrow morning, 9:30, we'll be gathering here with the members of the board of the Friends of the Council on Aging. Everybody's invited to this. It's a community event. It's a free breakfast. It's an opportunity for people who are members of the Friends to learn about all the ways they help us and about their fundraising efforts, and also for people who may be new to the Senior Centre to learn how they can participate and help the Friends, because they work very hard to raise the money that supports our programs, and they've helped us out in so many ways with a lot of our events. They helped purchase the leaf that we use for transporting seniors throughout our community. And again, we couldn't do a lot of what we do without their support. So it's a great way to learn about them and also think about becoming a member. It's a $10 donation to become a member of the Friends of the Barnstable Council on Aging, and all of that money ultimately comes back to support the Senior Centre. So, it's a great way to come and learn about all the ways that we all work together.
That's wonderful. And I know you on another wonderful event you have coming up is the holiday dinner on the 13th, which I know is a big event, and I think you're going to have a special guest this year.
We are going to have a special guest, and we love, every day at the Senior Centre is a great day, but we particularly love the holidays. Again, with a lot of our seniors that maybe live at home and don't, live alone and don't have a lot of family around, to come in here and kind of feel the festive spirit really just makes everybody's mood, feel a little bit more, cheerful. And so we're all about, making people feel welcome here. And so having our annual holiday dinner is a really nice opportunity for us to, invite people to come in and join us for a delicious meal. We're cooking it in-house this year. It's going to be turkey, ham, all the trimmings. We have pies that are being donated by the Pavilion, our neighbors across the road here, who do that every year for us. So, it's a $12 ticket. We'll get you, cheese and crackers, a full meal with dessert, and also entertainment. We have a DJ this year who's going to do some festive favorites, and he'll do people's requests as well. So we're hoping it will be just a really, fun atmosphere. We're actually adding a little ugly sweater theme this year. So if anybody is so inclined, because everywhere you go now you see ugly sweaters for sale.
They're everywhere.
So it's really become a thing. So we thought, well, why not ask people if they, people might have some special ugly sweaters in their collection they can wear. And we have a sash, believe it or not, that we'll be awarding to the ugliest sweater. And I think we're going to have Santa is going to be joining us this year, our special Cape Cod Santa, and so we think he'll be choosing the winner of the ugly sweater contest. But it will be a fun event. We put this together with the support of the Friends of the Barnstable Council on Aging, and also on that day we're having a craft fair. So the Senior Centre Crafters group that, as you know, Sarah, you've seen their work. They hand make all these beautiful items throughout the year, but for the holidays they really just kind of put it all out there with all beautiful mittens and scarves and hats and afghans, and they have lots of baby stuff, and then they have a lot of white elephant items as well. And all the money that they raise, again, helps support. We have a Sunshine Fund that is used to help seniors in our community that are in need, which is a really valuable resource for us. We've been able to help many, many people. And so the crafters work very hard all year, but particularly with the holidays, it's a wonderful opportunity for people to come in and buy kind of stocking stuffers and gifts. And what's really special this year, again, adding on to what we did last year, we have the students, the class of 2020, the 10th graders at Barnstable High School, are going to be coming over here. They're going to come over on two different occasions. On Friday, December 8th, which is there's a craft fair happening that day, so they will be gift wrapping. People can bring in their own gifts to gift wrap, or if they purchase items at the craft fair, the students will happily wrap those. They're going to bring all the supplies. And then on the holiday dinner is on December 13th. It's on a Wednesday from 11:30 to 2, and there will also be a craft fair happening that day, and we'll also have the students coming in when they get out of school at 2 p.m. They're going to be coming over. So, I can't think of a better way to go and do some holiday shopping and have your gifts wrapped right there, right then and there.
You get it all done.
Yeah, and if you come on the 13th, you can go and enjoy your holiday meal, and then come out and do some shopping and have your gifts wrapped to walk away with. So, sounds like a good deal to me.
It sounds amazing. I know quickly we have a couple more minutes left. I just want to touch quickly. You have a lot of classes and a lot of holiday themed classes this year. So we want to talk about those real quick to let people know what you have going on that's a little extra special.
Yeah, actually most of them are filled out. It's some really kind of cool classes are filled up, but we have a few spots left. We have a cooking class, so it's cooking holiday pies that's happening on December 18th from 1:30 to 2:30. It's a free class, so we have Pat McKinney from Cape Regency is going to come in, and the really nice thing about this, these are no-bake pies that she's making, so everybody can bake. A no-bake pie.
Yeah.
I think that's a failure-free project.
Yes.
So if you want to sign up for that, or we also have, again, on December 18th from 10 to 11 a.m., kind of a cool class. We have Sean Murphy, who's done a lot of activities, Irish history classes. He teaches the tin whistle. He's coming in to talk about Irish traditions, so ancient pagan and Christian traditions, and, he's going to talk, basically how Christmas is celebrated in Ireland. So that's kind of a cool experience to come in. And then just lastly, this isn't really holiday themed, but it's very important nonetheless. A lot of people know Larry Daptis. He's kind of like the tick expert on Cape Cod, and he's come in here and done numerous talks over the years. There was a movie, like a documentary film put together this year that talks about, it's actually called Tick Days, so it's all about ticks on Cape Cod, and it was shown at the Woods Hole Film Festival. And Larry is going to be here. We're going to do a screening off it's like 18 minutes long, so it's not like very, very long. But then he's going to, talk about the documentary and sort of talk about how to protect yourself from tick bites and tick-borne illness. So that's on December 8th, 1:30 to 3. And for all those classes, just give us a call here at 508-862-4750. Those activities I mentioned are all free, so that's
wonderful.
Even better. All right.
Great. Well, thank you, Maddie, so much for filling us in on everything that's going on. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to chatting with you again in the future. Happy holidays. Thanks, Maddie.
Take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye. My guest today is Maddie Noonan. She is the Director of Senior Services here in the town of Barnstable. Now let's hear from Consumer Affairs Supervisor Elizabeth Hartsgrove. She's going to fill us in on the continuing Discover Barnstable program this winter. Elizabeth, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So we're going to talk a little bit about a new program that you guys started this year in the Consumer Affairs Division. You started Discover Barnstable.
Yeah.
Started it over summer down at Bismarck Park. Let's talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, it was offered on Monday mornings and Thursday afternoons, and it was a way for the community to get to know some of the other divisions and departments they don't interact with on a daily basis and understand some of the programs that we offer that are open to residents as well as guests that come to visit our community. And so we had natural resources come, we had the golf division, we had all different genres of our services come and offer these fun little free programs for families of all ages. So yeah, it was really very successful.
Yes, it's such a fun idea, and it's such a great space down there at the harbor. You get so many different people coming off the ferries, and people that are on vacation, and then people that live here that are in the area, maybe they're working. I mean, it's such a great idea, and you're kind of continuing that through the winter. We
are. It was really successful. So we have partnered with the Senior Center to use their space, and we started with divisions in programs within Consumer Affairs that I handle. So we started with Weights and Measures, and they did a informational piece on how Weights and Measures program actually benefits our residents, and specifically on the seniors level. So it's they learned about all different types of things of how to actually check for packaging at the grocery stores, what to do at gas stations if it doesn't actually come up to the right price, or even things as far as identity theft and looking at skimmers that possibly might be on a credit card machine at a gas pump or even at a grocery store or any type of store. So those were informational pieces that was, again, it was very successful. People didn't know about these programs that we offer, and so we will be continuing it again with the parking division and doing handicap parking and what the pros and cons and the right ways of parking and identifying handicap spaces and things like that. We will be doing that in collaboration with the Disability Commission as well. So yeah, so we're going to be doing that, and then then carrying Discover Barnstable back into the summer of 2018 and expanding it to the town green next year.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yes, we will be partnering with the movies, the family movie nights, and doing something prior to the movie. So it's a fun activity to get the kids pumped up, and it will be in some form of connection. So if they're doing a animal type of movie, then we will have the natural resources come down and do something with them.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah.
What a great idea. And I love the idea of going to the senior center and making sure that the seniors are, aware of, everything, those everyday purchases and things like that. Because I know the weights and measures, department, they do so much hard work.
Yeah.
There's only a few of them.
Yeah.
And they cover 11 towns on the Cape.
10
towns on the Cape.
But there's only 4 of them, you're
There's
right.
only 4 of them, and it's amazing all the work they do. I've done a couple of videos with them over the years, and it's so eye-opening, and it's so important for people to understand that, as a consumer, you have to be a little bit, savvy to know.
Yeah, but you have to be educated. And if they're not able to get to the people who understand the complexities of any type of weighted product that you're purchasing, then they're not going to be informed.
Yeah.
So we have to bring our inspectors to the people to be able to educate them.
To explain. And then with the parking division teaming up with the Disability Commission, I think that's going to be wonderful, because I know there's been some changes, and there's some things that people might not understand about handicap parking.
Absolutely.
And it's so important.
Yep, it is. It's important for not just the users of the space, but also the businesses, and making sure that their spaces are in compliance, as well as assisting people with the disabilities that need the help.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
And then Discover Barnstable 2018. I'm really looking forward to that. That sounds so exciting.
Yeah.
Being here on the green with the movies, and then also you can stick being down at
We
Bismarck
are.
Park.
It's now going to be, I think, 3, maybe 4 days a week. So we're really going gung-ho on this. It's wonderful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's all about making sure that the residents and the visitors of the town know what the town has to offer and what we're doing. We're working every day for them. That's the whole purpose of what we do.
Yeah, and it's not just plowing the roads or sanding the roads or making sure the water turns on. It's other programs and services that we provide that benefit all ages.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and giving us an update on Discover Barnstable. I can't wait to see what you guys have coming in 2018.
It's going to be exciting.
My guest today is Elizabeth Hartsgrove. She's the Consumer Affairs Supervisor here in the town of Barnstable. Now let's take a look at this week's community calendar. The Barnstable Village Christmas Stroll will take place this Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. on Main Street in Barnstable Village. Main Street will be shut down, and visitors can enjoy free food, Christmas carols, and so much more. For more information, please visit www.barnstablevillage.org. The Austinville Christmas Stroll is happening this Friday, December 8th. The day-long event begins at 10 a.m. and will continue throughout the day and into the evening, ending around 9 p.m. Events include live music, a visit from Santa, Mrs. Claus, and one of Santa's elves, cornhole, tree lighting at the library, and lots of good food and refreshments. For more information, you can visit www.austinvillevillage.com. Now let's take a look at this week's board, committee, and commission schedule. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow with an all-new show. On tomorrow's show, we'll check in with the Barnstable Police Department. Then we'll meet the Hyannis Fire Chief, Peter Burke. We'll have all of that and so much more. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Beal. News.